sorry. Seems that you caught me playing on my awesome modded PlayStation Portable that you don't have. Everybody, welcome to the Bibo Podcast. I know it's weird to see editing Brady right off the bat, but it's because I got a couple quick things. First off, this episode's kind of held together like glue, but I also kind of love it. So that's why I held it together like a kid's art project. This was kind of a pilot episode, test episode, whatever, to kind of see how a podcast would go. And it went great. I want to do more episodes. So I tried my best to put it all together. If there's a bunch of cuts and it's a little jarring, that is why. Another thing, we also didn't have figured out the hosting situation. Originally, it was going to be me and Caleb, but I got a lot of friends. Got a lot of people I want to interview. Caleb will be on probably in like half the episodes. Love him. But the definite host is going to be me and some rotating guest from every episode. Hopefully. I can get somebody every episode. That's really it. Enjoy the episode. Thank you for watching. My camera is tilting, so that's awesome. How the fuck do you get porn on this thing? Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Bibo Podcast, if that's what it's gonna be called.
Probably.
I'm Brady.
I'm Caleb.
Basically, I've been wanting to do. I got a lot of fucking ideas up here. I'm a creative little guy, but it's hard to put out a lot of the ideas of shit.
Yep.
And I've been wanting to do some form of content, whether it's like a long form video. I've been writing, but I haven't actually done anything for execution for it. Or, you know, if you're, I love you so much. You're holding it so fucking robotic. Well, just hold it like a mic.
I am holding it like a mic, dude.
You're holding it like you just took the cigar out of your mouth. I don't know. I think that this would be a little bit entertaining, and I want to talk about my stuff, and I want Caleb to talk about his stuff, and I think that it's basically just a way of me recording our conversations, because I think that we're funny.
Yes.
So today, I mean, I don't really need an introduction. If you're watching this, you most likely know me. I don't think it's gonna be some random person from fucking like California just being like, a 7-view podcast am I recommended?
You never know.
You never know, brother. Well, I'm Brady. This is Caleb. There's not much introduction.
No.
But I thought a good way of kind of showing, you know, our shit is, well, I didn't think about it. I completely stole this idea from Mike and Ollie when they did a podcast like a year ago.
We are going to talk about cartoons. Specifically, top 10.
So yeah, I wanted to do top 10s. We'll do it like, I'll do 10, you say you're 10, I'll do 9, you do your 9. And I'll start out. I definitely know that I'm going to have some that you do not have, but the top of our list is probably going to be basically the exactly the same. I have honorable mentions too that I'll say like towards like 1 or whatever. But my number 1 is Mad. I don't know if you ever watched
number 10.
Yeah, yes. What you said, brother? I
have watched Mad. Yes.
It's so like the Cartoon Network.
Yeah. And the old stuff.
Well, that's because they had one on like Comedy Central, I think, or something, some like skit show from Mad, because it was a magazine originally.
Yeah.
And then it went to that. No, when I was younger, the generation of Cartoon Network I grew up on was like early Gumball. A little bit down the line was early Teen Titans Go. But, I mean, I still grew up on that, but, like, I'm talking about the era where the Mad cartoon came out. It should not have succeeded. I don't know why it did. I don't know why people were entertained by it at all, because it was reference humor towards kids that did not 100%. They had, or the first one that comes to mind is they had one that was, like, the movie Moneyball. I've never fucking seen that movie, but it's like Jonah Hill, or no, it's not no, it's Chris Pratt. I think Jonah Hill is one of the people in it. I think it's people like, I don't know, trying to profit off of some guy in baseball. I don't know, but they had one that was like Moneyball Z, where it's just Moneyball, but it's Goku And that's it.
Like, no one's gonna know that.
That's the whole fucking thing. And it had no reason to succeed at all, and it still didn't. I was super entertained because it was just fun. There's one that's like I think it's Law and Order, but it's just in Minecraft. And Mark Zuckerberg is in a Steve outfit, and then he walks out in the fire and he goes, "Oh, I forgot I die in fire," and he falls to his knees and dies, and then it's really good.
Wow. I'm trying really hard to not be like the Plants vs. Zombies podcast dudes.
No,
So let me tell you about money laundering.
So let me tell you about Moneyball.
And then there's the dude that's astronomically high in the background going,
Who's the better roommate, Mario or Tail?
and on Bendy and the Ink Machine. Looking like that.
the dive rocket launcher. Explain.
But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot when I was younger, and I watched back some of it, and it's now knowing some of the stuff. They had a Breaking Bad one, and I watched it back, and I was like, that's still kind of fun. I mean, it's like observation humor, so it's like fine, but I'm still entertained by it, and I don't know, it's good. I don't have a lot to say about it. It's just I really liked it when I was a kid. That's about it.
Yeah. Is it time for my number 10?
So is it my turn now?
So I haven't seen that many cartoons because just like I don't know, I only watched like a few things growing up because just what I was used to watching.
Sorry for the cut. Caleb said 14 slurs in a row, and I had to cut all of it up.
We have AC now.
No, we had to turn on the AC because
we have artificial cooling.
While we were
I don't know if
setting
that's what it stands for.
That actually definitely is what it is.
Artificial cooling? Yeah, that does make sense.
You fucking said it. No, I didn't think about it. What is it? No.
I'm looking it up.
No. There was like, movie. Movie is
Movie
motion video. Yeah, I know. I found that out the other day. I was like, it does stand for something. And
AC stands for air conditioning.
Are you fucking kidding? Artificial cooling. That is the most fucking...
It's like lasers and acronyms.
I walked over to it and I went, it's getting real hot. I gotta turn on the air conditioner. I literally... Are you fucking... artificial cooling is crazy. Anyways.
My number 10 cartoon.
Brother.
Crazy pick. Clarence.
Okay, so this is gonna be the start of overlap. I have Clarence on my list. But
okay, Clarence...
I'll speak my piece when we get
there. Clarence for me is just number 10. Because, like... I liked it. I know a lot of people didn't like it. That's why I got canceled by by Cartoon Network because no one was watching it, I guess. But I thought it was funny, and every time I think of it, I think of that one Twitter post that was like, Clarence is like Black Panther for low middle class white kids who never got an Xbox for Christmas. And I think that's really accurate. Obviously, I watched it when it came out, and I thought it was really good. And even rewatching it, like, recently is really funny.
Still so good.
It's just, like... It's just stupid.
That's why it's a little bit higher on my list, because I enjoyed it both ways. I watched it when I was a kid. I was one of the only people who, like, really liked it. First off, the art style it's simple, but it's so good. It looks like everything is, like, a McDonald's toy put in 2D. I don't know how to... it looks like everything's made out of plastic.
It looks like a Quiznos toy. Okay?
Shut the fuck up.
It looks like a Quiznos toy.
It looks like the horrible Quiznos mascot. It's like
the Quiznos dinosaur that I still think about to this day.
Caleb has a
Rest
fascination.
in peace to Quiznos.
Caleb has a fascination with this one Quiznos dinosaur. And we were doing a food tier list.
It was a plastic pink Triceratops, and you could take it out, and it had the skeleton inside. And I don't know why.
And he almost put Quiznos in A tier just because of the fucking toy. And I
remember the food being good.
Quiznos' food scraped off the floor, and they handed it out to you behind the counter.
I remember it being good when I was like 5.
Yeah, because you melted crayons over your forehead and then dripped them in your mouth and went, I'll be having a second one. Let me try blue flavor. Now hold on. Oh, also, we already started talking about the top 10. But I formally wanted to say publicly, rest in peace, John Lemon.
Rest in peace, John Lemon.
R.I.P.
You're the greatest fish ever. I work with fish.
Caleb's
I'm a marine biology major.
Biology.
Aquaculture and aquarium science minor. I work with fish in our clownfish lab, but we have a few other extraneous fish. And we had this old yellow tang. His name was John Lemon because he was yellow. He was old. He died because he couldn't poop.
Oh my god, right, I forgot. He was wildly constipated.
He was wildly constipated. We called the vet. They couldn't get there in time. And he croaked. Rest in peace, John Lemon. He's now frozen in a freezer.
Oh my god.
For all of eternity. So I also work with the salmon. We were doing salmon conservation. If it died, you would have to contact this institution called IOCOOK, which deals with fish protocols, like welfare and stuff. And then you would make sure it's dead, and then you would chop its head off, take out its otoliths, take out its liver, take some of its skin, its fins. Enough about fish.
Enough about R.I.P. John Lemon. Just wanted to say my piece.
The Armenian king.
Yeah, why did you put an army? Caleb texted a group chat with,
shout out Calvin, we miss you, dude.
you'll be on. If we do another episode of this, we want to have you on. But no, you texted the fucking group chat with the Armenian flag on it. Why?
Just spoke to me. I feel like you would appreciate it.
Oh, did you give him lore in that moment that he's Armenian?
Yeah, in that moment he became Armenian because I had to do the rest in peace with like obviously the saluting emoji.
You could do the American flag. I'm like, I can't.
No,
do the American
he
flag.
needed a flag, and Armenia just spoke to me over any other country.
So funny. I don't know why, because their flag is just like crayon. Like
it's
Mexico
three
is
colors.
at least iconic. I almost probably just said the wrong colors for Mexico, and I don't want to do that publicly. I know Jamaica, isn't it? Red, green, and yellow.
No.
Jamaica?
Jamaica?
Red,
Does Jamaica have
red, green, and yellow. I'm pretty sure. That's one I'm like 100% sure on. He's Googling the Jamaica flag.
No, it's yellow, green, and black.
What? Oh, then what am I thinking
of?
Wait, no, then what am I thinking of? That's red, yellow, and green. Look up red, yellow, and green flag.
This has nothing to do
it's
with
gonna be like
cartoons. Red, yellow, green flag.
That one.
Guinea?
No, that's Jamaica.
That is not Jamaica.
You're kidding.
Okay, so we have Benin, Bolivia, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Ethiopia, Ghana, Grenada, Guinea, Guyana, Lithuania, Mali, Mauritania, I don't know if that's pronounced right, Portugal, Senegal, and Congo are all the red, yellow, green flags.
I was thinking of the one that's just 3 stripes. Are you really kidding that that's Guinea?
Or is that guinea head?
Well, my next... Damn, I put Clarence high.
Really?
It's good. It's still
I don't know, it's good, but I feel like
it.
other stuff beat it out for me.
Number 9 might surprise you because it's probably going to be on yours higher up. Gumball. I absolutely love Gumball, but have I gone back and watched any of it? No. Almost every single one of these other shows, I have gone back and watched, and it has still stood up. Not that Gumball doesn't. Gumball was probably my favorite cartoon when I was younger. It's just good. It's funny. It's reference humor is good. When Gumball just goes Super Saiyan for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
I like it's all the small stuff. Like anytime Richard shows up at any moment, when he comes out of the pool, alpha as fuck. when he cosplays a woman.
Yeah.
When he
the Golden Girls.
Yeah. Just any moment. I don't know. There's like specific episodes that I have like burned into my memory because it was a Teen Titans Go show. Or like a SpongeBob show where it succeeded, so they just aired it the same episodes a million times.
Yeah.
Specifically, the episode where it's Gumball. I don't remember how. I think he has Anias's it's like season 1. He has Anias's little horse toy, and Tina, the big dinosaur. I don't know if he gets it bullied or like takes it, but she lives at the dump, and they have to get it back, and they hold it over the incinerator like fucking Lord of the Rings.
You know what's burned in my memory for that show?
What?
The one where they're like doing like the YouTube videos, and it's like
Baby Annihilatus,
and then it turns into the Annihilator. Yeah,
I think about that episode regularly. I also love the one where they're trying to record them saying something, and it's Darren, and he goes, "Hey guys, this is my film. Hey guys, this is my film. And then it cuts to them going, "Yes, dude, yes, we got it."
Does the red button mean it's off?
I always liked whenever they swapped voice actors because it was always a big event.
Yeah.
And Darwin is confirmed black.
That is true.
Just letting you know.
I did know that.
I know you don't know.
What? Okay, my number 9. My number 9 is Uncle Grandpa.
I don't even have that. I thought about it. I got close. The other ones, it would probably.
I understand Uncle Grandpa on a metaphysical level that normal people don't understand. People don't get Uncle Grandpa like I get Uncle Grandpa.
When he posts a Twitter picture of him with a revolver in his mouth, they just don't get it.
They simply don't get it. Uncle Grandpa has had such a profound impact on my life. I feel like I'm a better person because of the show. I feel like I'm a funnier person because of the show. That crossover episode where Uncle Grandpa shows up in Steven Universe might be the funniest thing in existence to me for some reason.
It's so good. No,
don't worry, kid, I'm wearing a helmet.
And then not his.
I have
his
nothing.
Gemsona.
His Gemsona. That's Gus.
Gus
Yeah, has his Gemsona. It's a stupid show, and I love it so much. And there's no deeper level. It's all face value, and I just love it so much. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. No, with Uncle Grant, I would have put it on my list, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because I think I just, when I was making the list, it's not even in my honorable mentions, I did think about it, but I was like, I did watch it just like Clarence, and I loved it just like Clarence. I watched every episode, and everybody hated it, because it had a weird art style.
Except for me.
Little did we don't know each other yet, but...
We were connected by uncles.
Soon to be lover. We have a distant relative, dude. He's got a weird fucking fanny pack. But yeah, no, I did like it, but it was, I think, just a thing of like, with my
Other
reasoning
stuff.
of Gumball,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, like Gumball. I think I liked more overall because it was just consistently so. Not that Uncle Grandpa wasn't, but like, it just was so good for so long.
I've rewatched, like, over spring break, I think I rewatched the entirety of season 1 and 2.
You sat through those Hulu ads
I did.
for Uncle Grandpa.
I did.
Hey, brother. This video is sponsored by sflix.to.
Oh, and on today's video sponsor, we have Manscaped. Keep 'em smooth.
I'm gonna keep on looking at you until you think about that one. No.
They didn't give us any other notes. They just said keep it smooth.
Yeah, they said keep it smooth, and they said show your engorged balls in the camera. It was odd.
I'm not doing that.
You can't get me to do that. Was that your number 9?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't wanna. I'm not sorry. I'm not trying to like zoom.
You're number 9, right?
Gumball.
So
That's-
my number 8 now?
My number.
No, you're number 8.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, this one I am like 100% positive you do not know. And after this episode is done, if you don't need to go home, I'm showing you the first episode of it. Dan versus. Did you ever have the Hub when you were growing up? My Little Pony was on it.
What?
Did you ever have Red Tube, X-Hamster, Homegrown Simpsons stuff? We all know them. They rebranded it, I think, because they realized that they were like, maybe that's not a good name. It ended up becoming like
Wait.
Nat Geo Kids.
No, it actually did have... I know, yes.
No, it's the fucking show where the lady opens the door and she's like, "Hey Dan, I'm a sexy lady. I don't care who the IRS sends. I'm not paying my taxes."
No, yeah, I do know that show, actually.
So I didn't watch it like crazy, but I watched because I lived close to my elementary school, but I was a kid, so I couldn't go there, just walk, because my parents aren't going to be like, "Yeah, go, brother. Go, just walk on over." Hey guys, this is Editing Brady. So for these next 13 minutes, I don't know what happened, but only my mic doubled its audio, so I sound like an alien. And I decided most people probably don't want to listen to that, so it's using the camera audio for the next 13. It does go back to the normal, and there's no other problems. But if you don't want to listen to that, timestamps right here. Fully get it, but there's some funny moments in there if you want to sit through it. Yeah, back to the episode.
I'm over here stroking my dick.
Basically, me and my sister had to get dropped off at our grandma's, and then here I had like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, whatever. But there I had just Boomerang and just the Hub.
Boomerang was
Those
so good.
bumpers with the little like
Flintstones characters.
the wind-up characters going by, or like it's just a bunch of like old like Hanna-Barbera. And then every once in a long while, they'd air like one Cartoon Network show from like 2010 or something.
What was that? It was like the Smurfs but underwater.
Oh, the
Squeaks?
The Snorks.
That's what it was.
The Squeaks? Bro, I was thinking of Squinkies.
Squinkies.
You know Squinkies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the Squinkies claw machine. And I'd always go for Spider-Man.
I imagine you sitting in your room alone at like 8
That's
years
what
old.
I would do.
Just,
I'd play with my Squinkies in the claw machine.
Caleb, come on down for dinner. Getting Spider-Man for the 14th time by yourself. Bro, I had a lot of the like licensed Squinkies. Like I had almost all the Cars 2 ones for some reason.
Yeah.
I took a bite out of the Finn McMissile one. He was missing half of his face, and I went, it's okay, he's the spy and he lost some of it on a mission. But no, she only had those 2 channels. So yes, I was a brony.
I was not, because I'm better.
You know, I used to always watch My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And there was a couple other shows. There was Transformers Prime. It was a good Transformers show, but it was like, oh, it was fine. It was fine. And then they had Dan Versus. Dan Versus is, I was like, oh yeah, that existed. And I was like, I remember it being good. I rewatched today the first episode of it, and I got like 3 belly laughs just out of it. It's so funny because the show is just Dan, who is they know is a horrible person, and they don't play it like anything. It's like Cartman in South Park. Like it's just like a horrible person, and they show that he's a horrible person. And each one is episode is like, it's like how every Gumball episode was the blank. This one, it's like Dan versus, and I'm pretty sure there's literally like Dan versus women. The first one is Dan versus Wolfmen, and the second one is Dan versus New Mexico. And it's so good because he'll have a minor inconvenience and then just hate everything. The voice acting is also weirdly incredible, but it's just so funny, and I had the memory of it, and I rewatched the first episode, I'm like, this is good, and I'm going to proceed to watch it all the way through. All I know is that spoilers for Dan versus season 3 last episode in 2024. But I'm pretty sure it's the last episode. I don't know if it was a thing of like they thought they were going to get canceled, so they did like a pseudo ending, because a lot of shows have that. Teen Titans had that at the end of one of their seasons, because they didn't know if they were going to get canceled. But I'm pretty sure it's the last episode. They go on him, his friend, and then his friend's girlfriend go on a boat cruise that gets like, it goes into the Bermuda Triangle, I think, and it infinitely loops the series or something, because they like, Dan gets so mad that he like breaks the ship and it's stuck in the Bermuda Triangle for forever, so the end of the show is them like permanently dying in a death loop of it on the hub. I'm stroking it to death. What?
I'm sorry.
I want you. I want you bad. I want you real bad.
You want my number 8 pick?
Yes, I would love that. No, yeah, Dan versus good. Go. Run it.
My number 8 pick.
Smooth transitions, by the way.
Very smooth.
I want you. Do you want my number? Would you like my number 2 pencil?
People might get upset that I don't have this higher.
It's Uncle Grandpa again!
Uncle Grandpa season 2!
Yeah.
It's Over the Garden Wall is my number 8.
I don't even have it on mine. I'm in front.
I know that people like love this show, and like,
I wish I would, dude.
and I do really like Over the Garden Wall.
Doc Brown was the old bear in the first episode, dude. How do you not love this show? I'm the fans telling you. screaming at their computer screen. They hold their mouth and hold back their screams.
I don't know, so it sounded distant, dude. But Over the Garden Wall... Over the Garden Wall, it's good. I really like it. The first watch through is awesome, especially if you watch it around like Halloween time or even just like November.
I know anybody I know who like has it top 5 at the very least.
Yeah,
rewatches it every single year.
And I have rewatched it every year since I originally saw it, but I just feel like the rewatch value isn't that great, at least in my opinion. Like the first watch is awesome and it's really great to watch, but the second rewatch just doesn't do it for me.
It's okay to be wrong. Like you're all good.
But also, this is an ongoing thing with me where I hate kids that act to their age. I hate kid characters that act to their age.
Oh my god, okay. No, this is actually a perfect time to talk about your cartoon.
I have a hatred for immature kids. Like, when a kid fully acts their age and it, like, makes sense for them to act their age, I despise it. I hate it. The stupid kid from Over the Garden Wall.
There is that stupid kid from Avatar.
No,
what's his name?
I don't like
Caleb. Legitimately has like a deep writhing hatred for
Once he
Aang.
grows up, it's fine.
Yeah, and once he grows up a person, but he hates Aang because he's a kid. I understand it, but
he makes immature decisions that just make me angry.
Yeah.
But the stupid kid from Over the Garden Wall that wears the teapot.
You don't like Greg?
It brings the show
really
down for me because of Greg. Because he just infuriates me.
Potatoes and molasses, brother?
Well, like, he obviously has his good moments. And, like, at the end when he, like, you know, saves, what's the other, completely forget his name.
Greg's the other one. Oh my god.
I feel like he starts with a W.
Word,
yeah. When he saves Word, that's, like awesome and stuff. You know, things going wrong because Greg, like, does something stupid or, like, follows his frog into, like, the woods. And just, like, that's, like, the plot that, like, pushes the show so that there are more episodes are because he's doing stupid stuff. Makes me angry. And that's why it's only at number 8.
Makes me want to squash this kid's head.
Like, the aesthetic of it is great. The music is fantastic. Yeah. Like, it's just...
It's good.
It's good.
I don't even have it on my list, but I put it in a different... It is a cartoon, but I put it in a different realm because it was... Cartoon Network just chose to pay these animators and a random thing for a random special that year. They didn't do it, like, yearly. I mean, they aired, like, the Scooby-Doo movies that were, like the Hex Girls. You know how kids watch Lion King and the synapses in their brain get crossed and they become a furry? Don't say anything. and the Hex Girls...
About this.
The Hex Girls... I think did that to me as a kid. The Hex Girls, what's her name? The goth girl from Danny Phantom in the one episode where
I never watched Danny Phantom.
Where the vine creature takes her over.
I never watched a lot of Disney Channel shows.
So that was Nickelodeon actually.
That was Nickelodeon?
Yep.
Oh, well, I still didn't watch it.
You ever get splatted?
We don't like Nickelodeon anymore, okay?
You know, at the time it felt okay, but now I can see it's clearly wrong. I know you grabbed on their feet and went, wow.
Dan Schneider needs to be put in that medieval torture machine where they stretch him out.
Bull. Oh.
And then put in the brazen
bull. He screams and he goes, That's so cool. The fact that some person cooked up a medieval torture machine back in the day, they were just like, you know what, we're going to make people's screams angle in this brass thing to come out like a bull. That they literally
burn alive.
Yeah, well, yeah. But the fact that they're just like, no, let's add this awesome feature. No, I have it in its own realm because it's like, it was a one-off special that they did for Cartoon Network. I don't know if they re-air it each year. I don't think they do. I think it's just a lot of people do.
I think they did.
For a while.
For like a few years maybe, but...
But they had such a high budget. Christopher Lloyd, aka Doc Brown, was the woodsman.
Elijah Wood
Is
with
work.
his piercing gaze.
But I actually don't think I've ever finished it. Me and Calvin watched every episode except for the last, and we chose to go to bed and then just didn't watch the last episode. So I literally think I haven't seen the last episode. Even if it's on Halloween, just that kind of season, specifically the pumpkin episode,
Yeah, just
That-
like watching it in fall time.
It is
Like
fun.
September to November.
it's good. What's the little songs? I still also love the, what's his name? I forget the guy, but he's stuck in the girl suit. Then he gets out and he's like, I got out! I was actually stuck in here the whole time! Well, was that number 8?
Yeah, so number 7.
Number
7.
So my number 7 is Clarence. We already talked mostly about it, but I absolutely love Clarence. It's just so good. It's still funny to this day. I still love the episode where because it's just like it's real. It's just like shit you do as a kid. Like it's grounded
In,
with
like,
some
aspects.
things in reality of like what it's like to be a kid. But Clarence is so
Like they're all human, and they're
It's-
all just kids.
I've done things that Clarence has done.
Yeah.
Like I've they're all just actual things. Like specifically the he went out to go do extra recess and he ran out of energy because it's an extra recess and he ate like 2 cheese pizzas and like 4 gallons of chocolate milk and then passed out from food coma. And then he has the mud over his eyes and he goes blind and then he goes and then he hears Jeff. He goes robot and then Jeff is a robot for some reason. And then he hears
like a hot dog.
Yes. And then he sees Sumo and he's a pirate for some fucking reason.
Another thing about Clarence that I feel like people don't talk about enough is how great of like a depiction like Clarence's stepdad is. Like legitimately. Like it's such a good depiction of like a stepdad role
Yeah.
who like just like fits into the family so well
No,
and is
I
like
know.
an amazing dad to Clarence.
It's actually so good.
Chad.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
No, I love the episode where I don't know if it's I forget the beginning context, but basically Clarence has like one small thing. And I think it's Belson, right? His bully?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he wants a thing from Belson, but he won't trade him. So Clarence goes around and trades stuff all day, and he literally gets a yacht by the end of the episode with Chad, and Chad's so happy about it. But Chad, I think, has some conversation with him where he's like, he's like, it's cool, man, but like, you need to, if you want your thing, I understand, or something like that. I don't know, there's a small, like, but they're like real, like, messages, not just like,
Well, at the end of the day, friendship killed Balthazar.
it's like, no,
Somehow
your fist
Palpatine
brother.
returned.
Yeah.
And the mystery is beast.
It's also the money boom. the arcade wizard works his mysterious ways, and then Sumo in the back playing the VR thing. He walks out with the equipment on his head ripped off from the machine. There's just so many good moments. Like I still can get out loud laughs. The only reason these last, I think from this point forward, it's like all my top 10 is so close. The
Oh,
other ones
yeah.
are a little bit farther gaps. These ones were like hard.
It's hard to rank.
I don't like putting Clarence at 7, but the other ones I just are better to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Clarence. If you haven't seen it, Clarence ever, go see it because it's good.
It's
just
very
good.
good.
You'll still get a laugh out of it today if you're
Yeah.
funny, dude. This woke mob,
liberal media.
Gen Z just went Clarence.
Oh, my number 7
What if
is
Clarence in the new episode debunked Christianity? Okay, you go.
my number 7 is Gumball, because it's
Nope.
just it's so good. It was one of like the first like Cartoon Network shows that I really remember like super like getting really into.
Before the show even came out, I went on the Cartoon Network website and looked at the page showing off the characters, and I didn't read. I read graphic novels. The still to this day, we both do. We don't read things with actual text in them.
Sometimes I can.
But
Like Percy Jackson. I read Percy Jackson. Those are books.
no,
Those
are
for like
books.
12-year-olds, but they are books.
Calvin is gonna leave a hateful comment.
Oh, yeah,
Calvin's
he
gonna-
is.
No, he's gonna leave you a hateful text.
Calvin, I'll read your book eventually.
When I'm senile and in a fucking nursing home.
Yep.
Dude, why'd you say that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna ADR.
But-
I'm gonna cut out your mouth too. I think you say that. I'm gonna do-
Rotoscope it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like the pitch down thing of the ghost video. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Little
That
does he
didn't
know.
happen.
But yeah, Gumball just it's good.
It's
It's,
so good.
funny. We already talked about it. I don't need to say more.
It's good. I remember getting so hyped for it, and it lived up to it. It was still good.
Yeah.
I also love the idea of Gumball because the way it was like came up was the guy, similar to regular show in a way, but the guy who started it pitched around a bunch of different ideas and none of them came out, so he made a show with like all of them. Like Tobias had his own show at one point. Like, or at least whether it was a show or the designs were based
all
in
the different
something.
art styles in
Exactly.
it. But it like
We're talking about a show. Well,
it
we will
melds
definitely
together.
both. Sorry, I just
so well.
completely interrupted you.
It's fine. But it's just all the art styles of Gumball just meld together so well.
No, I know.
Like it feels like any character.
like
honestly.
Bobbert in 3D, and then the clay guy, and then the toast.
Yeah, and
They're just all
the girl that's like the chin face.
sussy. I love the episode
You
where
gotta
she
cut
has
that part out.
Guys, I was doing Sussy from Gumball. No, I love the episode where they go inside of her mind, and it's just like a crayon drawing. It's like,
I don't know if that's that episode, but
I think it is, and then they come out, and then they're like, "We see your freaking world, dude." My number 6. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Invader Zim. I
haven't watched it, but of course I know about
I
it.
love Invader Zim so much. It still stands up today. I didn't. It came out in 2001, so I didn't watch it when it came out. But I was like a chronically online kid with like mostly unmonitored computer access, so I would just watch like videos that were like top 10 creepypastas, Slenderman fucks
It's
you.
like Watch Mojo
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, exactly.
Top 10 scary roller coasters that people have died on.
Danger Dolan. It's
Chills.
I didn't watch Chills, but
I watched
played
so much
Dolan where it
Chills
was like
videos.
top 10 kids toys that were not allowed to be, and it was the number 1 was like the vibrating Harry Potter broomstick that they didn't think about that they would put on children. They'd be like, "Oh, we gotta recall all of these because this is literally a sex toy for children." And then there was a Dora lamp that was shaped like a penis.
10 scary videos that will leave you running to lock your doors.
That will leave your boots falling off from how freaking scared you are.
Number 7. Man gets locked in basement with demon.
With deer. No, anytime I think of Chills, I don't think of Working Footlands. I think of... If I saw that damn thing in my living room, I'd stomp on it until it was a small brown stain.
I was
So the kid in the picture is a red circle zoomed in on just a little kid in his underpants running in the background, and that's it.
little kid. Wow.
Come on.
I see where your mind's at, dude.
No, Invader Zim, it's just really good. It's my Courage equivalent, where I also didn't watch. I watched like 2 episodes of Courage when it came out because I missed it. Still very good. It's in my honorable mentions, but I'll just say right now. Courage was like number 10 on mine because I rewatch it now. It's just so, it still stands up with good horror.
Yeah.
That like spooked me when I was younger, and still, even if it doesn't spook me, it's such a good concept that I'm pulled into it. I think there were 13-minute episodes. Just, it shouldn't have been a kid's show. I know that has been said a billion times because people are like, dude, this shouldn't have been for freaking kids because there's some freaking gross stuff in here, and that's only for big boys who watch Marvel movies and spit up on themselves while watching Marvel trailers.
I watch your eyes get...
with their Funko Pops.
I watch your eyes progressively move apart from each other as you said that sentence.
Like there was one episode where Zim he can't eat meat because he's allergic to it, and then Dib goes, "What's wrong? Scared of little beans, space boy?" And then he is like, "Oh, I need to become more human." So he goes around the school and harvests children's organs. He takes a machine where he goes up to a kid and it replaces what he's holding in his hand with an organ. So he'll take like a carton of milk, and that person's liver is now milk, and he just has it and he eats them throughout the episode. So the end of the episode is Dib trying to hunt him down while he's climbing around, and he literally like is talking to him. He's like, "You found me, Dib," and he throws up intestines and then sucks him back up, and he's just a giant mass of it's so good though. There's one episode where they get turned into sausages, and then are running away from like a bunch of dogs, and the end of the episode is them sitting on a couch while the door almost breaks down, and then the episode ends. It definitely has some like derp XD random humor, but I don't really care because that's the I was a chronically online kid. That was what I.
Yeah, I mean it's 2006.
Yeah, I'll be having a waffle while I freaking watch some Zim. I'll be having a waffle on a platter, maybe some bacon or something. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of this.
Dude, have you ever thought of shutting the hell up?
Shooting yourself in the mouth?
You see that Uncle Grandpa picture?
Yeah, why don't we talk about that?
Let's put that on screen.
Yeah, can we have that?
Hey, editors?
Yeah, editors, it's me sitting over there.
Hey, Lixian, can you put...
Shut up. You markhead. Bucket of cream. Invader Zims are still really good. Most of the stuff I have to say for Courage, I have to say for Invader Zim. But I just like Zim a lot more. The art style is really good. I forget the artist's name. I don't know, but he's great. I read the comics when they came out to that because it took place after the show, and then they released a Netflix movie, like sequel thing, and I was like so hyped. And it's so good. I actually want to go rewatch it like right fucking now. It's good, but good cartoon, dude.
Yeah.
Good freaking cartoon.
Right. My number 6. Where's 6? This is gonna be a lot higher on your list. I can almost guarantee it. But for number 6 for me, just because I feel like I haven't engaged with it as much now that I've gotten older.
R. Does it start with an R?
No. It starts with an R.
What is it?
What did you think starts with?
You'll find out. What do you?
Ben 10.
Oh, okay.
Ben 10 is my number 6.
Did it start with an R? Almost.
No, what were you thinking of?
We'll get there.
R.
We'll get there.
Okay, well, Ben 10.
30 minutes of scratching your head. R. The Hindi movie. No, that was live action.
That's not a cartoon. Rage Against the Machine. No, that's a band.
Infinity War. You miss up one guess and then just Infinity War. No.
I pull my mic down for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, you're silent for the rest of the episode. You're angry at yourself. It's the I think you should leave. That he's having the debate, and then he's losing. He goes. Someone kidnapped my mom. You sent a picture of her tied up. I can play so much games on this. You're just actually scrolling.
No, but yeah, Ben 10, because I loved Ben 10 so much.
Got the toys,
and it's still
got complete season 4 on my shelf right there of the original.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The original one, not the weird
Alien Force, Ultimate Alien. Both those were. I'll get there.
But I loved Ben 10 as a kid. Like I had the Omnitrix, like. That came with like the blue plastic, like you could place it in it of the different monster.
Do you know it's like Yanny Laurel, like the.
Yeah.
It's Brainstorm.
Like the audio.
It's for yes. Have you ever heard of Yanny? Do you know about the blue dress and the green dress?
What? It's gold, dude.
Having this debate in 2024 is crazy, bro. It's the alien Brainstorm. Maybe not. He was from Alien Force. He was a crab with a brain.
I loved him.
It's funny because I heard it when I was younger and I was like, but it's the Omnitrix would go Brainstorm, but some people hear Brainstorm and some people hear Green Needle, and if you listen to both, it's like a thing of like, it's just the Yanny or Laurel thing, but it's weird because I heard that when I was a kid.
Huh. But yeah, like because I had the Omnitrix and like I didn't have a lot of friends when I was younger.
We know.
Yeah, it's pretty
Look
obvious
at
when you look at me.
Yep.
So like during recess, I remember everyone was hanging out with their friends, and I would pretend that I was Ben 10, and I would turn into the different monsters and just like run around and stuff, and probably kept solidifying why no one else would want to hang out with me.
And throw up on yourself.
Because I would also this is exposing some deep stuff in me. I remember in 2nd grade.
I ate the Omnitrix.
I ate my grandma. No, in second grade, I remember my teacher would have us do like relaxation things like every once in a while, and she'd be like, I want you to close your eyes, think of like your favorite music, you know, just go to like your happy place, your relaxation or whatever. And I would, in my brain, basically make animated music videos of me as WayBig from Ben 10 to the song Just Dance by Lady Gaga. Like, that's ingrained in my brain forever, of me sitting in second grade with my eyes closed as WayBig.
You 8 in second grade. You're sitting there going, yeah, that is the equivalent to the Alpha Male song that everybody watches. That's like Patrick Bateman. Like, I'm just imagining WayBig doing the fucking. But WayBig boots down.
But that's what, like.
You're just trying to skip past that. Like, you didn't say the most schizophrenic. That is just so funny. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I don't reveal that often to people.
That is probably the most humanizing thing you could ever say to anybody, because I've done that. Dude, listening to songs now, I will, like, in my brain picture, like, I think it's just, like...
Oh, yeah, I still do it now.
My idea of, like, what a music video I would make for this is, like...
yeah, I still do that now. It's just
so
not
funny.
WayBig from Ben 10 anymore. But, no, I loved...
sure your people didn't like you, not because you didn't have friends, because you were gay?
I'm not gay. Chat.
Chat. Complete silence. Hey, Chat, can you answer this, guys? Nothing.
No, but I had like a on the Wii. I
didn't think about. I have to put this to my face now.
Yeah, this is also shared to other people eventually. We're gonna cut out his fart probably because he's a freak. I also
You pictured WayBig.
Is that not a? Is that freaktastic, dude? I on the Wii I had the game. I think Vilgax Strikes Back.
Vilgax Attacks.
Vilgax Attacks.
I know, brother. I had the PS2.
I still have it.
I had the PS2 game recently, and I was like, I played. It's not good.
I loved it though.
But that one I think is a little bit better.
No, that one was because it was like you could just choose which monster and you'd go through the levels and like you could unlock new monsters and go back to levels to get to new areas. Stuff. It was cool. And I just loved playing that game on the Wii all the time. And I remember
I always wanted it because it was on the eShop, but I didn't know how points work, so I only ever got demos and stuff.
Yeah. But it was such a fun game. But I didn't put it higher just because I haven't really like.
Not a Ben 10 head.
I haven't done much with Ben 10 in my older years.
You're not a Ben Tub or not.
Never say that. I probably should rewatch it. When the terrible Cartoon Network reboot came out like a few years ago, I watched it.
2019.
Something like that. It just wasn't good.
No,
I wasn't a fan of it.
Because it was the art style change, obviously. Because like in each one, even though people dog on Omnitrix or Omniverse's art style, I loved it. It was a lot more cartoony. The original's art style, straight out of comic book. The show was made by Man in Action, who were people who literally worked on Spider-Man comics and did the art for them.
Also, Ben 10 beats Goku.
No, he does, because Alien X. There literally is no argument in that. It's so stupid. Because the thing is, with Alien X, yes, he has to have the argument with the spiritual people, but he's done it before in the show. If it's like, you guys aren't going to exist anymore because you're literally going to die. If not, they'd be like,
he has like a time limit technically.
There's been times where he's like maxed it out and stuff like that.
But
yeah,
he could still do it.
No, he could.
It.
All he needs, Alien X alone. That's literally it. There's a bunch of other aliens that could be. Bro, Upchuck eats Goku. What is he gonna do? Spit him back out?
WayBig stomps on him.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'd love to see that.
What?
My number 5. You're probably gonna be upset about this. Calvin is most likely going to be upset about this. Avatar is number 5.
That's fair.
It's the stuff above it I love so much more. It's once again, it's very close, but the main factor is I didn't grow up with Avatar. I watched it throughout like my work block classes with my friend Nathan, and we watched it through like fully, and it's amazing. I have nothing but bad things to say about it. You, on the other hand, wah wah.
I'll get to it. It's on my list.
You're gonna be surprised about my number one.
Your number one's gonna be like freaking Mighty Magiswords.
No, I had the app that I could collect them.
Oh, I did too. I loved it. It was so good. But I wouldn't say it was an amazing show.
Hey, we'll get to my number one.
Wait,
you'll see how much I like it.
You know what show
Lord.
I just remembered?
What?
I have no clue what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's on Cartoon Network. And it was like these people. I think they rode like. They had like the turtle tanks. God, I don't remember.
Megas XLR? What?
What?
Not Mega Sex. Megas XLR. Or no, it's just Mega XLR. I don't know. They had turtle tanks?
It was something like that.
The fuck? I know like every Cartoon Network show like the back of my hand. What? I want to see if this is real. Dude, I know about obscure...
Keep talking about
Okay.
Avatar if you want.
I mean, there's not too... I don't have... Because it's been... Everybody just knows it's good. If you haven't seen it, go see it. The movie is not good.
Don't watch the M.
like,
Night
there's, like-
Shyamalan movie.
Yeah. Well, like... It's just the most solid cartoon ever. If you want a good cartoon, watch Avatar. If you need to do your homework, watch Avatar. Like, it's just... It's so... They perfected it.
Yeah,
The first season
yeah.
is a lot of filler, but...
Hero 108.
Dude, shut the fuck up. Why was that the one you talked about and not Sonia, what's her name? The one with the hat and the tongue?
See, that was like the only thing that was permeating my brain.
Pull up Sonia.
Yeah.
That's the other synapse. Put up a picture of her right here.
Lixian.
Yeah,
I
Lixian.
loved Hero 108.
No, it's so good. I wanted to be the main guy with the big hat. I want to be him. I think
Bro,
this
I
was-
know what my number one has to be.
Fish hooks.
No Wonder Pets.
That's more live action. I mean, it's not.
They got a real turtle to do that.
I'm not saying Rugrats is live action. No, dude, they actually went inside of Tommy's stomach and got the watermelon seeds out. Yeah, I don't know much.
I'll talk
You'll
more
speak your
about
piece about
Avatar.
Avatar. I really don't have a lot to. It's just it's so good. You know it's good if you watch it. If you haven't, you haven't. Like that's really it's simple.
My number 5 is SpongeBob. It's so good. I've watched it my entire life. All the old stuff I've seen, all the newer seasons I haven't watched.
Where
'cause-
Squidward's suicide shows up, and then they have Bubble Bass as the nostalgia critic.
Yeah, well, that's also like the Patrick show, I think. I haven't seen any of the
No,
Patrick
you're right.
show.
That is Patrick's show.
I haven't seen
Not
any of
Squidward's
that.
suicide. That did, and then they cut it in the U.S. one because they went, "We figured out what this is."
But I haven't watched a lot of the newer stuff because I don't have cable anymore.
Just sitting around going, "I wonder what SpongeBob and the gang is up to."
But SpongeBob is classic.
Libby, we know who you are. Caleb doesn't.
I know who Libby is.
No, I know. I'm saying Libby is SpongeBob.
Oh. But SpongeBob is so good. Just it's not meant for adult audiences at all. There's not really any adult references, but it still upholds itself. It's so
it's more
funny.
innuendos.
Yeah.
It's not like,
It's just so funny. There's so much any scenario where there's something funny to be said, you can probably make a SpongeBob reference.
the original memes came
Well,
from
yeah,
Spon- no matter what the era, there's always
There's
been
been
some
some
kind of
SpongeBob
the
meme.
back in my day, and then Squidward dab. There's always been something.
But even just the lines to reference, there's so many good ones.
Around town.
I wasn't thinking of that one, but
I don't know why that was the first one I thought of.
I don't know. You just blown from Stupid Town?
I also still love I don't understand what you're saying.
One that I've been saying way too much recently is the episode where they make the Krusty Krab pizza, and they finally get the pizza to the dude, and then he's like, "Where's my drink?
My diet, Dr.
Dr. Kelp. How am I supposed to eat this without my drink?
This pizza without my drink.
This
one's on the house.
Squidward saying that is the funniest. This one's on the house is the funniest thing ever to me right now.
Do you want mustard or ketchup? That's the other song. That's the other so good one.
Another episode is when they're selling the chocolate. It's like, all right, Patrick, you gotta persuade them or whatever SpongeBob said, and Patrick just goes, I love you. So anyways, I was talking to my lumberjack.
My lumberjack.
Yeah, you know,
saying I've been cutting a lot of
my
trees.
house lumberjack. He stays in the basement.
We call him out and go.
We lure him out with peanuts. He starts chopping down trees like crazy.
And you pay his food and water. And if he's lucky,
You know, one bag of peanuts is like 1 acre of land gone.
I thought you were gonna say it goes for 1 acre to follow him. Dude, that's like a whole acre's worth of only measure. Dude, how much is it? How much Red Bull's in that drink? Probably like like one
200th of an acre.
What the fuck? Just say a liter or something.
A liter?
That's
Like 8 fluid ounces, dude.
That's why you're a marine biologist. You got your measurements for liquid down.
It's not that difficult.
All I got is cups. I got my ticket for the long way round. No, the only reason why I think I don't have SpongeBob on it is because I loved SpongeBob, but I wasn't as crazy about it as most people. And now, in retrospect, if SpongeBob ended after the movie, it would be on mine 100%. Not that there wasn't good episodes after the movie, but Stephen Hillenburg planned on making 3 seasons in the movie, and the movie was supposed to be the end. He gets the thing, and then man. And it's such a to picture it like that. It's like such a, even for something simple like SpongeBob, there's evolution at least in it, and it's something, semi beautiful or whatever. And there's still plenty of great episodes after. There's still plenty of great movies. David Bowie and Atlantis, the one surfer guy in that one movie. Like there's some good movies
With
after that.
the big wave, the big one.
Yeah, the big one.
I have that on DVD.
I was very what's the word? Not vengeful. I wanted to tear off a kid's arms if he had that. No,
Jealous.
Oh my god! What? Yes.
Yeah, when the surfer dude's in the wave and he goes, "Don't worry, I was made for this."
Yeah. It's just so good. But I don't know. I wasn't as crazy about it as most people. Still loved it.
I had like
a lot of the episodes I remember
had,
from seasons past 3. I still love a lot of the episodes after that. It's just consistently so good.
Yeah, I think, is it called Battle for Bikini Bottom? Like the old SpongeBob game?
It was the one on GameCube, PS2.
I had one for PC, like my old home computer.
You might have had, was it point and click?
I don't.
Battle for Bikini Bottom might have been on PC.
I had some old SpongeBob game for the PC that
I know there was one that you might have had, the one where it has that clip and he's like, wait,
with Mrs. Puff.
No. It's you might have seen it on I think it was on Instagram forever ago. But it was this one clip where it's like,
Now what?
Huh? Hey, Squidward, why do you sound like Patrick?
Because it's really me.
and he takes off his mask and it's a grown man's voice saying it.
So my number 4 is Smiling Friends. It had to be on the list.
Hey, bro, that is literally my number 4. That's that's exactly.
We can talk in conjunction.
Yeah.
Because
It's the perfect time for me to find something.
it's so funny. It's just stupid funny. There's no, most of the time, 99% of the time, there doesn't need to be a deeper meaning. It's not like people, I don't like when people do this with Smiling Friends where they go, oh, it's like Rick and Morty where they can really extract meaning.
No.
It's just stupid.
No.
And it's so
No,
funny.
when a thing goes up to you, goes, dude, seriously, I'm gonna punch you with the
I'm gonna punch you.
What are you really gonna do? No, because me and Caleb are in the exact same camp. But I have the background of I was huge into Psychic Pebbles, Oni Plays, Oni NG, all that shit when I was younger. A bunch of animation channels of they made stupid stuff like that. And now I saw the pilot that Chris and Zach made for, I think it was for Adult Swim forever ago, and then it didn't go through. Hellbender, all that stuff, and now Smiling Friends, where I see Zach and Michael Cusack, who's also was an old animator from that time, and it's just seeing bits from Oni Plays and even just
the
stuff that is so Zach or so whatever,
in the
internet.
In the new season with President Jimble, when they're like, just turn on the TV any channel, it doesn't matter. It's literally Lyle, wake up! They hit the bed again.
Don't matter what channel. Fuck. Yeah. No, it's Smiling Friends. is just so, it gets me like a belly laugh at least once an episode.
Yeah, and like
The amount of times we specifically reference it.
it's
Because
we always are referencing it.
I had watched the pilot, I think is from
It's like 2020, right?
2019, I think. I want to say 2018, but I don't know if it was that far back. But it took them like a year or two until it, aired. I don't know when it got picked up from the pilot, but I think it was a bit after. But no, I watched the pilot when I would rewatch it like a billion times. 'Cause I'm like, this is so funny, and I this needs to get picked up. Specific because the pilot was just the first episode, and I would rewatch the scene. Yeah,
The smiling friends are here.
okay, but if you don't, I'm gonna fucking shoot myself and make you two watch. No, I specifically I would just rewatch the flash cut before they go into Pim's house, and it's just the bird just screams in agony. Smiling Friends episodes. I need to see specifically what my my favorite episode from season 1
Because
is.
there's Desmond, Mr. Frog.
Mr. Frog is
The Halloween episode. Dude, is that blackface?
Yeah, is that fucking
No,
blackface?
I'm a
I'm
force
an
demon.
actual force. No, because that was an idea that Zach said he had for a cartoon where he was like, I have this really good idea, but I don't. He's like, I don't know if other people like it. Basically, like a mom comes home for like a kid's birthday party, and she's like, guys, I picked up dinner, and she throws on a monkey on the table, and all the kids start tearing it apart. And
No,
start
yeah,
using it.
yeah.
Ah! And, like, he literally did. It's just an outlet for him to do his like bits that he's waiting forever on. And
Yeah.
I love it so much. I'm so mad.
But like season 2 so far has been great too.
Oh, it's so every episode.
I think my favorite one in season 2 so
Yeah,
far
the
has been
Christmas-
Alan's
the
episode.
Christmas. I do love Alan's episode, but the new episode I think is my favorite.
That's fair, yeah.
The Frowning Friends I think might be just because the build up and end to the Renaissance Man is.
gonna shoot you in the head
Dude, I was just gonna, I was just gonna shoot you in the
Chill
head.
out.
Yeah, he sits on the ground and starts peeing himself. No, please, oh my god. Hi guys, sorry. We were recording with the windows open, and we were having a yap session for so long that it started to get dark.
It's dark out.
We're done talking about Smiling Friends. I could talk about it forever, but I'll run with my number 3.
We're not top 3.
My number 3. While we're at number 3, I'll just run off some quick honorable mentions. Invincible, great. I haven't seen season 2, so I didn't feel confident about.
Still
putting
need
it
to
in my
watch
top.
it. I've seen the first 2 episodes of season
First
1.
episode of season 2 has Karma Police by Radiohead. I gotta watch it. Guess I'll never fucking watch that. It's got 15 steps. Nope. I haven't seen the second season, so I didn't feel confident putting it on here. But first season, very solid. Builds up to something good. I don't know if it's paid off as much in season 2 because I haven't seen it. Chowder. Chowder was my number 10 until I swapped.
take the moon.
It's so good. Just gazpacho alone could make that show a 10 out of 10.
I love Chowder.
Rada, rada, rada. Ooh, ooh. What does that mean? You'll know when you're older. There's so many. Hello, what about me? You're not in this episode. There's just so many little things. Also, Discord moderators ever. Child marriage is now legal. There's so many little good moments. The art style that I think he later did Harvey Beaks on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I never watched it, but
I watched a little bit of it, but it was starting.
you
to
know
phase
what's
out.
the best honorable mention?
What?
Breadwinners.
No, because I saw it and I went, it's not even. I realistically,
It's
I
bad.
can't. No, it's objectively bad.
It's a bad show.
I can realize when something is bad and I love it. I love that show because it's fucking horrible.
It's just fart humor.
No, because but
No, it's
Deuce,
not- no,
Deuce,
it's
get on
like,
here,
it's not even
derpy.
fart humor. It's just butt humor.
I know it is. Shake your booty, booty. Yeah.
It's like on the same.
I'm thinking about.
It's on the same like depth of hell as Sanjay and Craig.
No, that's real. No, it's no, shut up. It's Sanjay and Craig at like the entrance, and then the last circle in like Satan sitting in a big chair, stroking base to tip, and and the people surrounded him as
Dude, you're stuck in a
exclusively
dopamine
Deuce. Problem solvers. Do you know problem solvers?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna pull up a picture of it and you're gonna know it. I haven't watched it. I love this fucking show. What?
I have never seen it. It's
No,
my number 2.
no.
Just like I beat Fallout New Vegas.
Fuck you. Fuck off. No, I loved it when I was younger, but I haven't rewatched it.
Also, shout out to me. I just beat Terraria on Master Mode
In solo.
in solo Summoner because I'm awesome.
This is what Problem Solver looks like if you haven't seen Problem Solvers. I want to rewatch it because I don't think it's. I think they pitched it to Adult Swim and then they went no, and then they pitched it to Cartoon Network and they're like okay.
So it's like Algo Team Hunger Force. But
Oh my
like
god, dude!
worse.
This is literally the visuals. It's unironically LSD. I don't know how. Like, Yeah, I don't know how it was on Cartoon Network, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. It only had one season. I'm saving that. Put the picture up.
Editors. Lixian.
No, that's a
Mad Pat. Who else? Who else is on our team?
Jack Septic Tank. No, Clone High is on my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Because of season 1, season 2 I don't think is great. I don't know, I haven't seen it, but I've heard not incredible things about it. Also because Gandhi's gone, but he had to be because that's the reason why the show was canceled, because they had Gandhi depicted as a person who was like a stoner fucking whatever. Gandhi was like the dumbass character, and then people were like, "Hey, that's Gandhi." So they went, "Okay, so we can't."
Hey, in case anyone doesn't know, Gandhi might have done a lot of good for freeing India from Britain rule, but he still slept with little girls, so... Yeah, this is to you, Gandhi.
Blur that out. I'll just run these off. I don't have to talk about them. Futurama, great. It was almost in my top 10. Amazing. The ending, incredible. Jimmy Neutron still makes me laugh. It's so good. Yeah. Courage. Kind of already talked about it, but same reason. That's really it. They're all good shows. They're not in my top 10. My number 3, probably going to be your number 1, Adventure Time. I didn't grow up watching Adventure Time. I watched it on my own time. I don't know. I think maybe 8th grade, 9th grade, just through Hulu, and finished it. And I caught up when, right before the final episode came out. So I caught up and then the final episode came out, and I remember watching it once and it hit, and then I think I rewatched, or maybe I watched it fully through for the first time, before I had to go to school, and I was bawling my eyes out at the end of that, going to school. It's so, all the characters are so good, because a lot of people, it's the main character is your favorite, blah 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 blah. Everybody's favorite character is Jake. Everybody's favorite character is Shelby.
Check, please. What's your major?
I want you to stand over my casket with a finger up and go,
check, please.
and then sit back down. Your black off and cry in your hand.
My favorite character is Jake.
Well, a lot of people's at least top 3.
Oh, what? Yeah, definitely
That's what I'm
top
saying.
3.
My favorite character is probably Ice King.
I almost want to say Ice King.
I think so. Not just because of
Or
his
Marceline.
background stuff. I'm not as crazy about Marceline as most other people, but I get it. Basically, I was able to watch everything on Cartoon Network, but Adventure Time regular show, because regular show said you pissed me off, and I think Adventure Time said crap or something in one episode. There was something with it, or my mom just assumed it was the same. But by the time I was able to watch regular show, it was only past the first season, which is a lot of filler. There's not a lot of lore. With Adventure Time, it was already deep in. Basically, first 2 seasons is a lot of filler. There's bits and pieces with Billy stuff and the Lich. The Lich is my favorite character, and then Ice King. I'm not even gonna front.
Lich is so
I
cool.
completely forgot about the Lich. I was there's someone else. But yeah, no. By the time I had started watching it, it was already long past. So it was just bits and pieces, and then I watched it in full, and it's just so good. There's so many episodes. Once again, Finn eating the bee, and then being an auto-tune. And then him... Wait, I'm thinking of a fucking web show called Dick Figures. He eats a bee and then goes auto-tune. That's
There
just...
is when Finn goes auto-tune.
But he just does that when he's younger. He turns to a foot and then sings auto-tune. There's no continuity. But I'll save your 2-piece of Adventure Time to when we get there, because I know you got it.
Can you subtract 1 from what you just said?
It's number 2.
Instead of 2-piece, it's
We're not talking about anime today. Stop.
Can we get much?
You're number 3.
My number 3 is Avatar. I also didn't watch it growing up.
It was really just Calvin out of us.
Yeah.
I think Nathan might have.
I
know.
watched the movie when it came out. Because I
own it on DVD. I never had seen
I
it.
had known about Avatar, and I'd seen a few episodes, but I wasn't watching it consistently, in order. And then the movie came out, and I have no freaking clue how old I was. I was young when it came out, obviously.
-4.
And it was bad.
Yeah,
it's a
not
bad
good.
movie.
'Cause they try to compress an entire book into a movie, and they don't do it good.
And
They do it good.
the bending is terrible. Like the firebenders need fire to firebend.
The whole reason why they took
they
over.
can't make fire. Like they
Yeah.
can't make fire. That scene where there's like 4 earthbenders doing like 20 years of movement to lift one boulder.
And then one does a 1 arm movement and opens up a giant rock.
Like
to block him.
there's no continuity in the
consistency.
bending, and
Yeah.
it's just bad. It's a bad movie. But I ended up watching it on Netflix. I almost want to say it was before COVID, so at least 5 years ago now. When I watched it,
I don't know.
it's probably been at least 5 years since I
was
watched
gonna
it.
say I don't ever remember
But-
of you talking about it when you watched it.
Because I watched it because I downloaded it on Netflix, and then I went on a camping trip with my parents, and I pretty much watched the entire show during like a week-long camping trip. And like, it's just such a good show.
A good
like
show
it's
to watch on that because of the lore and shit in it.
Yeah.
And you just sit there.
like
You have what are you gonna do? Sit around a campfire,
there's only so much camping before you get bored instantly.
and then you look at the fire and you go,
But like, just like the spirit of adventure that is like imbued within
Yeah.
that show is so good. The gang, I love the gang. Apart from Aang, Aang does not make me happy.
"There's no A.
I don't hate.
There's
I don't.
no
hate-
Aang and gang."
What?
Dyslexic.
I don't hate Aang all the time. I just hate some of the decisions that he makes. That makes me angry.
Yeah.
Like I already talked about it with Over the Garden Wall. I don't need to talk about it again. But Qatar's great.
A lot of people hate on her, but it's like that's the point. Not to hate on her. The point is for her to be the voice of reason. That is like, oh, you're boring
Yeah.
because I'm a kid and I like adventure. It's like, yeah, she has to have it, or else Toph, Aang, and
Sokka are
Sokka
gonna
will go
die.
do like crack on the streets of
Yeah.
Ba Sing Se.
I love Toph. Toph is great.
I think Toph's my favorite. Yeah,
Yeah.
Probably Toph, then Zuko, then Appa. I think is my. I just
Yeah.
love Appa.
But there's so much, like, awesome symbolism, storytelling
Oh, yeah.
is great. Like Zuko's entire arc,
Leaves from the
vine.
I cried in class.
Oh,
watching
yeah.
that episode.
Uncle Iroh, best character of all time.
When you get to see him all but his boyoing in the bath.
Okay.
I rewatch that episode regularly.
And the end. Spoilers for Avatar if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, if you, I am gonna put
Spoilers
up,
for everything.
I'm gonna for Avatar specifically because I'll put up a timestamp here. Go here. It's so good. Just
Yeah.
watch it.
Because, like, the end, when Sozin's comet comes in, and he's fighting one-on-one with Ozai, I literally still get chills watching it. And, like, when he freaking, like, grabs his beard, pulls him down, and then takes his bending.
The
It's
bro
the
invented a new strat.
It's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I watched that in the auditorium at Noble. I think it was. Was I just hanging out there? No, that was the same day that I asked Caden on a date. Like an hour later. Like I watched it, sat there on the floor, and then I went over to it.
That's the inspiration
Yeah.
that comes.
I actually thought this was my number one. It's Ben 10.
Yeah.
I thought I put this as number one. I rewatched Ben 10, the original. I loved Alien Force and Ultimate Alien because those were the ones I grew up with. I watched an original Ben 10 episode here and there, except for season 4. I had season 4 for some reason on DVD. That's it. Which was nice because it came with like the movie. There was a Ben 10, not the live action one, but they had like a cartoon, like a special. For it, and I would rewatch that one endlessly, and I loved it. There was a point where the first episode on the DVD, I think it's Perfect Day, I could quote word for word. I still remember the overture little like the episode. But it's I rewatched some Alien Force after finishing the original. The original's is better. I love the cartooniness of it.
Love WayBig, by the way.
We know. BBL WayBig. That sounded like an old person trying to be like, Drake
Skibbity toilet race.
was
Have
one
you-
of his alien Skibbity?
Have you been Phantom Tax recently?
Shut up! Stop hitting me with your big hands.
Hey, you know who Kai Cenat is?
I don't like this. You're scaring me.
Do you own any blue ties?
Oh my god.
Do you have anything else
Did
to
you
say
ever
about
eat
Ben
your
10?
boogers?
To this day.
Bro, I had to
Cut that out.
Yeah. So Ben 10, yeah, I adore it. It still holds up to this day. I love the cartooniness mixed with the stupid one-liners, mixed with all the cool aliens. They do such a good job of suspense. Just funny. It's still got some laughs out of me, and it's just entertaining. I could watch it a million times, and it will always make me happy. It will always be a little sweet spot. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's just good. It's just solid.
Number 2. My number 2 is Adventure Time. It's not my number 1.
Oh, so it is fish hooks.
But Adventure Time. So again, another show that I did not watch growing up when it came out, but I watched it when I started dating my partner Lou, because Lou always loved Adventure Time. So we started it and we would watch it. We watched like through the entire thing, and I feel like it's had such a profound impact on me. Just like
it is crazy how I can see that it has like affected aspects of you, and you have changed as a person.
no, I literally
from
feel like it has
elements of
changed
Adventure.
me.
I know.
Like, because it starts
It's
out.
a developmental show.
Oh, it 100%
Just
is, because it
being a
starts out
person.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like one of the in season 1 when it's like, I'm gonna eat it all before you even get there. Yeah, and then
Tree Trunks
explodes and dies for a few episodes, and then they just retcon her back in. But like
fully dead for a bit. Yeah.
Like it's stupid at the beginning, but it grows with its audiences in the best
Wizards
ways,
episode.
and it tackles like really important things. When BMO like thinks he's meeting, or like Amo comes.
Isn't just Mo? Or
Well,
no?
Mo is the guy who creates all of them. Amo's like the
Amo's
bully one.
Is he the big? Oh,
the big bully one?
Yeah.
And remember, he kills Amo.
Yeah.
And like that's like the moment where like BMO basically like almost loses his childlike innocence. He's just sitting at the cliff of like the snowy mountain. It's so good. And like as that show,
All of Ice King's backstory.
yeah, Ice King stuff, like especially with Finn
Marceline
and Cake.
just watching. Oh, I haven't even seen it.
Finn and Cake is so good.
Just watching him turn and Marceline having to be a child trying to understand that. And then
Like
sent him
this,
off
it's
and
there's so
all the
many like
Betty bullshit.
emotional deep things,
just thinking about the scene where they're inside a Golb with Betty and
and it's shrinking.
and
It
Finn's
gets
just in
to
his own
me.
world because since he's in.
Yeah,
It's so funny that like all of the humans are in one place. Not counting Marceline because she's like.
she's not a
vampire.
human anymore.
Well, I mean, neither is Ice King, but
Yeah.
well, no, that's weird. Either way, like
Yeah.
all of the humans kind of in one place. Well, Magic. No, he's from Mars.
Yeah.
It's from Mars. I forgot.
Is the very last episode the one where they find the hole in the ground that has the face?
They, I think,
Or is
find
that-
it in a previous episode, but they come back
That-
to it.
When they
Like
come
that,
back to
yeah.
it and it sings,
Yeah.
everything stays.
Come along.
Or
that-
no, they
that-
sing "Come Along with Me."
It was
singing.
that part that got me
I-
because
I cried.
that
like,
song is so. I already had such a connection to that song. It's just so good, and then they replay it at the end. And I go,
well, because it's
that was
just,
me crying.
and every time I hear like the end credit song of Adventure
Oh, I
Time,
know.
I just think of the very beginning of my relationship with Lou. And it just like not that our relationship has gotten worse, but like it's such an it's like an it's like an amazing time to think.
No, I know. It's the sweet. It's like
It's-
there's literally stages to relationships.
Yeah,
and, there's the,
and like
yeah.
thinking about that very beginning time and when we we're still getting to know each other and like watching Adventure Time together, like it still gets to me, like
yeah.
like emotionally.
Yeah, 'cause
It's
you have
just so good.
a strong connection with it. I get that.
That's why it's number 3 for me, buddy.
That's why he's number 2.
Because I watched it before.
Is Uncle Grant. Okay,
This is going to surprise you.
give me the first letter of yours.
technically T. You don't know. You'll know this show. I'm saying it. This is a real show that was on Cartoon Network. My number one, legitimately, unironically, and I'm going to say this with a straight face to you, is the High Fructose Adventures of the Annoying Orange. I've had that written all day as number 0.
I was.
No, it's regular show.
Oh yeah,
it's not even
obviously
hard. It's not
regular
even
show.
hard. Regular show. So like I said earlier, regular show was I started it when I finally got to it. It was like at the end of season 1. and that there is two. It's like Gay Son Thought Daughter, Adventure Time, or Adventure Time. Regular show son, Adventure Time
Radio
daughter.
show.
Radiohead son.
Radiohead son, Deftones daughter.
Yeah. Wolfpack daughter. I feel like that was two different developmentary paths that people went down. Not that like they couldn't intersect, but whichever one someone says is their favorite,
Like
tells
over
you,
the two.
tells you
Oh, yeah,
who the person
100%.
is. Mine was regular show. It's so good. It still makes me laugh. I can quote the whole first episode, The Power. I think that's my favorite episode, just episode 1, The Power, because it's so good. I love when Rigby's like, "Where do you get the keyboard?" I got it from a wizard. How do you get it? And then it flashbacks, and the wizard goes to a bush and goes, "Ah!" He starts pissing in the bush loudly and moaning, and then Rigby goes, and then grabs it back. There's, like, Muscle Man, or not Muscle Man, Rigby changing his name to Trash Boat because he thinks it's gonna make him more popular, and he wants to go back because he goes, "Trash Boat," and he makes fun of him. There's so many moments. It's.
Give me some sugar.
Give me some sugar. Dawn, fully grown man, and then Rigby just no. Every episode is so memorable, and I love how the plot is just normal, red sky, normal. Because anytime the conflict could be like a Karen trying to get the cake back from them. That is a conflict. And then this guy just
has such a predictable formula, but it's so
it does
good.
it every time. And people shit talk like the last season where they went to space in the fucking orb. I loved it. I had no problem
But
with
what's
it.
that one episode where they're doing like the synthesizer battle?
I listened to that. I have it added unofficially to Spotify.
Oh, it's great.
I love it. I learned on piano. I love Gary versus his. Is it his brother or is it like I don't know if it's officially his brother or his stepbrother, if they're related or if there's some fake out. I don't remember. But every episode is so memorable. I love all of them. They're great. It's a thing that was developmentary. I don't think I ever watched the last season as it came out. Because I think I just stopped most of my Cartoon Network stuff at the time, or if I did, it was like, because I stopped, they aired stuff on Tuesdays, and it was exciting because Tuesday was like the only week I had like nothing. Like it was like, oh, there's nothing on Tuesday. I would have this during the week, but Tuesday. And I think I stopped just like keeping up with stuff. I don't know if it was because I was like, I'm too cool or whatever, but I when I was rewatching all the way through it, I finally watched the last episode. Have you finished it?
I haven't seen all of it, no. But
I ain't gonna spoil it. But
I know like spoilers. I know that like Pops dies and stuff
Yeah.
at the end.
well, the whole thing is basically it does that, and then they get back to Earth, and it does a flash forward, and you get to see Mordecai with his wife. It's not Margaret or anybody. It's a new person.
Okay.
And then Rigby and Eileen are married, and then they have kids. And then it zooms out, and then it shows a CRT TV with a VHS. This is regular show in heaven, and that's Pops going, oh. So you just watch their lives in heaven. I'm like, it's
That's
not
good.
as like deep as Adventure
It doesn't
Time, but
need
it
to be
needs
deep.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that's still, it's just nice.
It's exactly what the show needed.
Yeah.
And the last episode ends with like they go throughout the pilots and stuff that were pitched around, like something in Lollyland is what Pops is from, and then 2 a.m. in the or 2 p.m. in the a.m. Is what Mordecai and Benson are from, which is two guys getting stoned and taking pot brownies at a gas station. Then a cop comes in, and they like look at each other like, dude, seriously, that's not funny. And then they turn to Blue Jay and Benson. It's just good. If you've seen it, you know it's fucking good. I just love it. That was my shit. It still is my shit, and I can rewatch it a million times.
Yeah.
This has been my thesis.
My number one is Steven Universe.
Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I knew that was gonna be on your list and I forgot about it. Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Bro's got Steven Universe and Monopoly. Of course it is.
I do have Steven Universe Monopoly. I bought it when I was a big Steven Universe fan. So I had a tumultuous past with Steven Universe because I watched it when it came out. Weekly episodes. I
did until season 3, I think.
I was in it. Like I loved it. I would draw the character. I was like the stereotypical cringy Steven Universe fan. I had his shirt with the star on it.
Dude, I had a reversible regular show hat and the inside was Rigby and the outside was Mordecai's head.
Like it was middle school. Like,
yeah, who cares?
but like I love the show. I think the concept is super cool. Like fusions, I still think are really cool. I don't think all of them
Just,
were
like,
executed
meaning
as well.
and stuff behind it. Yeah.
Like the whole like having to do it like the dance right and like like connect yourself with the other person. I think fusion is really cool, and like seeing all like the designs of the different gems and fusions, I always thought was the coolest thing. The music, I will stand by that. The Steven Universe music
good.
is so good, stronger than you. I do still think one of the best moments in any TV show, like literally any
Is
TV
when the
show
ship is
ever,
crashing,
is
yeah.
end of season 1 when
Is that
Garnet
end
and
of season one?
Jasper.
I thought there was 2.
I'm pretty
No,
sure
no,
it's
you're-
end of season 1 when
you're
Garnet
right.
and Jasper are fighting. The hand ship is going down, stronger than.
It crashes in the
I-
yard, yeah.
I think that is like genuinely one of
No.
the best like
Oh,
TV
easy.
show moment. Like it's so good. And yeah, I was the cringy Steven
Yeah,
Universe kid.
when Heisenberg makes Jesse eat the worm, nope.
Nah. Well, I'm
Boiled
talking
worm.
cartoon.
No, I
It's
know.
not like Breaking Bad is in its own realm.
No, I know.
And I was the cringy Steven Universe kid. I stopped watching it because I felt like the cringy Steven Universe kid, and I never ended up finishing it. I never watched season 5. I think there's 5 seasons. I never watched season 5 because I just
Still?
like originally I never watched season 5 because like I don't like being the cringy Steven Universe kid.
Fair.
And it kind of fell off, and then actually the end of last year I decided to rewatch all of it. So I rewatched all of
very
it,
recent,
watched
yeah.
season 5, and I watched Steven Universe Future. Future was
Is
all
it
right.
Is it like
It's just practically a continuation,
Yeah.
but it's like Steven's a little older. Like the whole conflict with the diamonds is over. The diamonds are now good and like helping.
You Clyde?
I'm not the biggest fan of that, and I know that's a huge complaint, is that it's like the diamonds are literally genocidal maniacs,
Yep.
and then Steven goes, just be nicer. And
Well,
go,
I danced with
"Alright."
myself, so now we're all besties.
Yeah. I do think like that is rushed and impractical, but I still think that just like again, it has like that adventure aspect that I really like of Steven is a kid that has no control over his powers and just is doing stuff with the gems and growing up and learning more about himself and his powers and learning more about the gems. Garnet's still so cool. Like when they introduce Bismuth again, or like when
Oh,
they
yeah,
introduce Bismuth
And then when they redo it.
and like
Hmm.
Steven having to bubble her because of like what Rose did,
Yeah.
and then having her reintroduced again for like Garnet's wedding and stuff. Like I think a lot of it is well done, and I do think the build up with like the diamonds and stuff is
yeah.
really cool. I don't think that like post diamond stuff is executed as
Lopped
well,
off.
but
I mean, the Spinel movie or whatever.
the
is-
movie was cool.
It had good music.
alright.
It was
the music
mainly-
was good. Music's such a big
I was
thing.
gonna say
in
it's
that.
consistent. It's very consistent with that.
But-
I only watched I think the first 2 seasons like consistently, and then maybe picked up an episode or 2. I another random very vivid episode I have is the one where they're going to the center of the earth.
Yeah, with the cluster with Peridot.
It is
Well,
it is a
and,
very
like-
important show. I feel like a lot of shows now are very affected by Steven Universe,
Yeah.
or not affected but influenced.
Well,
Whether it's art style or just with having some kind of deeper meaning behind
yeah.
something.
And while I wasn't the biggest fan of Future, because I think that like, I think it should have been longer. And instead of having like good heartfelt like conversations with the other
Yeah.
characters, he just turns into a giant kaiju at the end, and they all have to fight Steven, and then he just like comes out of it. Like, you don't have to opt for the giant kaiju fight. I get
I
that
understand
like.
it's a show for kids, but like,
Yeah. Well, it was also like during that time where I feel like that happened a lot. Like end of the show, you have to do big kaiju.
yeah,
monster
exactly.
battle.
Well, it's power
Like
scaling. They
Moonlord.
got to a certain point where they're like,
the end of Moonlord was good until the end when they had the giant kaiju battle.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessary. But yeah, but the one really good thing in Future is when Steven shatters Jasper.
when Steven shat all over the wall, brown pus.
When Steven shatters Jasper, I think that's like the best
I didn't
part of
even. That's
Future.
crazy.
Yeah, because they're
Fuck
like,
Jasper.
because like, well, no, it's
No. I know.
it has like a because Jasper gets like corrupted and then they bring Jasper back and
Does Jasper become a good person?
not just like kind of neutral.
I was gonna say because they're
Well, because like there's like they have the conflict the whole show, and then Jasper gets corrupted, so
Mm.
basically he turns into a mindless monster. Once all the diamonds come together, they heal Jasper, but Jasper just kind of feels like, I don't like this new thing that's going on with the diamonds, so just kind of leaves and just hangs out on Earth. and Steven ends up like training with Jasper, and like to get stronger, and because he like is hating like the crystal gems at the moment, and during fighting he loses controls of his motions and shatters Jasper instantly, freaks out, brings Jasper back together with like the diamond power, and like Jasper like takes that as like the greatest sign of authority and basically like becomes like number
His
two
right
to
hand
Steven.
man, yeah.
That was our top tens.
Yeah, thank you for, I enjoyed your list. Thanks for coming here talking to me about fun cartoons and Steven Universe and your little gay cartoon.
A little WayBig fantasy.
That is, I will not let you put that down. That is still the funniest thing in the entire world. Dancing, I would picture, like, I'm picturing, like, Velocity TikTok edits.
Well, no,
like
he's not dancing. It was like a animated
I know, that's what I'm
music
saying.
video.
Velocity, like, TikTok edits of, like, WayBig, like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
is gonna be okay.
Basically.
That's exactly what I was picturing. With, like, the TikTok filter strobe flashing lights on it. You post with, like, hashtag Ben10Fan. That's your username. Hashtag Ben10Fan18. Your only follower is that guy who's like, hello, I am the king of Japan. Today we'll be learning
Sephiroth.
Yeah. Isataki Mas. It means nothing. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna cut it there. Hey guys. It's weeks fucking later. This episode has been hell to fucking edit. It is currently 12:15 a.m. and I have to get up in 5 hours. I have to get up at 5:45. God fucking damn it. The amount of this episode I had to chop and sew together, it was worth it, because great episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. But, promise going forward, so I don't have to go through hell again, stuff's getting more figured out. The prompts, or whatever our topics are going to be more concise. 10 and 10 was way too ambitious, because we have way too much to say about it. Audio is going to be more figured out. Not going to have issues with that and stuff. And it's going to hopefully be consistent uploads, hopefully weekly. I'd like to try to keep that promise, because I enjoy making this content. I enjoy putting stuff out there. Thank you for sitting through this episode. I know it's a bit of a longer one. I'd like for them to be around an hour. But really, thank you for watching. Appreciate ya. I'm Bibo, Brady, whatever you want to call me, and I'll let those fucking idiots do it. I'll let them. You guys can say it. I want to say it, but you guys can fucking say it. I've been sitting here editing your stupid ass for hours, and I can't even fucking say goodbye. Yeah, this has been the Bibo Podcast. Thanks for watching.